Hey everybody, welcome to the SMA Journey 51 blog. Alright guys, in this week's video, I want to tell you what happened to me. Well, wait a minute, let me back up. It actually started about 3 months ago, but it happened to me about 2 weeks ago. Alright, let me explain. About 3 months ago, I got a phone call from UT Southwestern Medical Center, and they told me that it was time for my annual physical therapy assessment. And those of us that are going through active treatments with Spinraza, we have to be tested to see what kind of changes have happened during, say, a year-long period of us taking the treatment, to see if there's been any progress or to see if you've gotten any worse. So they were explaining to me that, and actually the way they started explaining it made it very confusing, because they said that I never took my baseline assessment before starting my physical therapy. So I told them, I said, I've been on physical therapy now for over a year, and I've been meeting with my physical therapist, Laura, and now I'm working with her PTA, Emily. And I told them, I said, they send in the reports every month for my doctor to sign off on. So they were, a little bit confused, and they said, okay, well, never mind, I think everything is taken care of. Well, about a month and a half ago, I get a call from the physical therapy department out of UT Southwestern, and they explained to me that what my physical therapy is involving and the reports that Laura or Emily send in are completely separate from what they need, because this is for either my insurance or for the FDA, so that they can see whether or not Spinraza is having any benefits for me. So we scheduled time for me to go in, and I did that a couple of weeks ago. So I just want to tell you what they did to me and some other exciting news that came out of that physical therapy assessment. When I got there a couple of weeks ago, when I signed in, the physical therapist looked at me and she said, "Hey Michael, I'll be there with you in just a minute." And I looked at her and I immediately recognized her. She was the physical therapist that did the class on physical therapy during the 2018 annual Cure SMA conference, which was held in my hometown of Dallas, Texas, back in June of 2018. And so we immediately recognized each other. So I was kind of excited about what was going to come out of this, because before that I was a little bit nervous what was going to be evaluated. How were they going to evaluate me? Were they going to take me out of my chair? So there were a lot of questions, but I felt much comfortable after seeing Leslie. Her name is Leslie Nelson, and she's also an associate professor of physical therapy out at UT Southwestern, and she works at Children's Hospital, and come to find out, she also works for Avexis Pharmaceuticals. So when we started the evaluation, we did that, and it was pretty simple. I had to push a weight from one side of a table to another. I had to try to put a penny in a jar. She checked my range of motion. Basically, it was just upper extremity type testing. And I did fairly well on it, and she told me not to worry about it. Everything was fine. And she also said that some of these evaluations are just meant to see if there's been any progress. And even if there hasn't been any progress, it's not necessarily meant to remove you from the therapy. They just want to see if there's been any progress, and if so, what type. So again, there was a lot of stress going into it, but Leslie did ease my mind with regards to what the evaluation showed, and she told me not to worry about it. Everything turned out fine. So during our conversation, we talked about the advantages of physical therapy, and most of you know, and probably most of you are sick and tired of me talking about physical therapy as much as I do. But I've been a huge advocate of physical therapy and the benefits that we as SMA patients can see if we take physical therapy during our treatments. So we were talking about it, and she told me that during the fall semester of every year, they do a lecture series where they bring in different speakers to talk to the physical therapy students that are trying to get what they call their DPT, or Doctorate of Physical Therapy, to become an actual physical therapist, so that they can work with people like us and really anybody who needs any type of physical therapy treatment. So she asked me, she said that they were looking for somebody that had some knowledge regarding SMA and physical therapy. And she asked me if I would like to be the guest speaker to come into her class and talk to not only her students, but other physical therapy students that may want to attend. So I told her it would be my honor to do so. She said something kind of funny also. She said, "Do you mind talking in front of a large group of people?" And I told her, I said, like her, I taught college for 18 years. So if I could survive teaching college with my students, I think I could survive talking to her students as well. So sometime in probably around the September to October time frame, I'm going to be going in to talk to her students about SMA and physical therapy, and I'm really looking forward to that. Now, when I found out that Leslie worked for Avexis, I tried to get some information out of her regarding Zolgensma SMA, but unfortunately she wasn't able to talk too much about it because it's still going through the FDA approval process, and my guess is that this Zolgensma SMA treatment will be approved sometime either in May or June of this year, so there's a lot to look forward to. Now remember, Zolgensma SMA is only going to be available to infants 9 months of age or younger with SMA type 1, but they are currently working on and testing an intrathecal delivery system for those of us that are older with SMA types 2 and 3. And my best guess would be it would probably be by the end of this year or maybe around the first part or mid part of 2020 before it could become available for us. So, like I said, we got a lot to look forward to, so keep a smile on your face. Hey guys, that's just a general update as to what happened to me. This week has been relatively quiet. Other than going to physical therapy, I've been working for BioNew Services, and they're keeping me extremely busy, so I'm a lucky guy. And I hope that you guys have had a fantastic week. If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Please, do something for yourself this upcoming week that's going to make you a better person. God bless you, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye.